I do want to talk about Torrey Craig. And first off, keep in mind that I think he took a little bit of a beating in the Sacramento Kings game. I really want to point that out. I remember he was, banged up a little bit. Forgot exactly what happened. He might even took a few hits in the Warriors game. He didn't have the best game against the Warriors. But as I tweeted on Twitter, I take back everything I said. I take back anything I've said bad about Torrey Craig. And here's why. And it's not really just this play, but this was what started the conversation. And by the way, this tweet went a little quote viral, sort of, not really. This tweet kind of exploded. Giannis did this to Torrey Craig, and I know you all saw it, and it's worth talking about. You guys already know what this is. So check this out. Giannis driving in, fast break, and just throws his shoulder, throws his elbow, throws his arm into Torrey Craig, and it's a foul on the Suns. And I even tweeted it out. I said, this is a foul on the Suns. Look at that. And Kevin Ray, the Suns broadcaster, was even pretty upset about that. Look at that, man. That was a foul on the Suns. And I had Bucks fans in my mentions, sounding like NBA experts, sounding like officiating referee experts. Oh, here's why this was a foul on Torrey Craig, and Giannis can't be touched. Giannis didn't get his first foul until like late in the third quarter. And if this is a foul on Torrey Craig, then I don't know, man. Like, I guess Giannis can average 100 points from here on out, because if you touch Giannis, if Giannis is allowed to literally drive in and throw an elbow, throw a shoulder, and just, stiff arm players to the ground, then he should be averaging 100 points per game.
Jrue Holiday is one of the most physical defenders in the game. He has 3. Giannis has 24 free throws. It's ridiculous. There's no other way to put it. It's just our guys are fight. DA can't play. When a guy just runs into you the whole game, it's like we've dealt with this so many times with this team. And credit to him, he saw the way the game was being called. He kept doing it. But that's hard to swallow when one guy had, and this has happened a number of times when we played them. And so for me, it's like, it's hard to tell our guys to keep their level of poise, because that's frustrating.
And then it wasn't just that. Bally Sports posted the video of Torrey Craig getting what we assume is teeth knocked out. I don't know if that's actually been confirmed, but there was that video of Craig, like he lost a tooth. I think he took an elbow or a fist or whatever, or a hand to the face, and lost some teeth tonight. So I guess my point being with Torrey Craig here was he took a beating in Sacramento. He's taken a beating a lot. He's took charges throughout the whole season. Took a beating in Sacramento. Was a little banged up last night, and tonight took that stiff arm from Giannis and then lost some teeth. So even though he hasn't been playing great as of late, Torrey Craig deserves a nice round of applause. He deserves his flowers. He deserves credit. He needs some icy hot, I'll tell you that much, because he definitely got banged up tonight, and that was just unacceptable. And again, Giannis not getting his first foul until like late in the third is just unacceptable. And just the officiating in just so many other areas of the game was just sad, man. Like, I hope that the NBA goes back and looks at some of these calls. They're not going to, because they never do. Like, some of the worst officiated Suns games have never been looked at, or, you can just tell the refs have it out for the Suns. And I even tweeted out too. I was like, Eddie Johnson needs to go and like talk to these refs after the game, because he was bringing up great points about, how the refs were officiating and how just some of the calls were very questionable. And I'm like, Eddie Johnson, go talk to the refs, man. Try to get the refs on our side a little bit. I mean, he's not going to do that, but I think that the NBA needs to look over this game, because, I mean, the way that I look at it is Giannis was going full speed and just stiff-armed Torrey Craig. But Bucks fans look at it like if Torrey Craig stood there and just took the charge, you know what I mean? And just Bucks fans are looking at it like if Torrey Craig like ripped Giannis's arm off or something. I don't get it, man.
I don't know what to say, man. It's tough. one player shooting more free throws than the whole entire team. You're right, we have seen this movie before.
When you're in the midst of it, I saw you one time just look at the ref like
But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, all of them weren't fouls, or, probably over half of them were fouls, but 24 free throws to 16 as a team is, it's uncalled for, especially when, in my opinion, at least a couple of those can be called offensive fouls. And, none of them were.
Are you getting the clarity that you're looking for when you're having those conversations at least? Like, are you getting the type of answers that are helping you adjust?
No.
Is that frustrating?
It is. I mean, you've seen that play with Torrey in the first half. I mean, he's first one there. He has his spot, and he just goes directly right through him, and you call it blocking foul. So the next play down, that's going to make you hesitant of, like, I don't know if you want to just olay and get out of the way and go let him dunk the ball, but there's going to be some type of contact, and if he's going to initiate it every time, it can't be free throws every time.
And the tooth is the evidence later in the game, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the officiating was terrible tonight. And again, it wasn't just that. There were just so many other calls. And in all fairness, there was a few calls I sort of agree with, but it was just plays like that. Just terrible calls, man. Like Booker got a technical for like talking to the ref. I think after, I don't even remember, but he got a technical. Giannis has probably never gotten a technical. And I even tweeted this out too. I was like, Monty's got to speak up and get a fine. Like, just have the team pay for it, man. Speak up about these refs. Speak up about the poor officiating, man. Because it's just getting ridiculous at this point. Like, someone's got to take a fine. And look, I'm not saying that like Fred VanVleet, who recently went off on the referees and got fined. I'm not saying like Fred VanVleet should be able to say whatever he wants, or Monty Williams or Devin Booker, or heck, even Giannis should be able to criticize the refs and say whatever they want. But I do believe that Fred VanVleet, post-game interview where he went off on the refs was sort of an eye-opener. And I think more players should do that, even if it looks bad on the franchise and it's a PR nightmare. Who cares? Speak up, man. Like Tim says, the league hates us. Like, you can tell the refs have it out for the Suns. They favor Giannis. They favor Nikola Jokic, et cetera, et cetera. They favor Luka. I just don't get it, man. They favor a Steph Curry, because we all know that Giannis is unstoppable to guard, especially when he stiffs arm you and it's a foul on us. So the Suns got to the free throw line 14 times tonight. They only missed 2. That's great, right? 87.5% shooting. So the Suns get to the free throw line 14 times, right? Guess how many times Giannis got to the line tonight? Just take a guess. Remember, the Suns had 14 free throws as a team. Well, Giannis got to the free throw line by himself 14 times tonight, and he missed 10. The Bucks as a team got to the free throw line 24 times. Good enough for 65%. Giannis finished the game with a near triple-double, 36 points, 11 boards, 8 assists, 1 block, 11 for 23 from the field. Christopher says, Giannis, Marshawn Lynch, Antetokounmpo. Exactly, man. Like, I don't get how Bucks fans are seeing what Giannis did to Torrey Craig and thinking that it was a foul on Torrey Craig. Like, you legit stiff-armed him, man. Like, I don't get it, man. I guess I need to put on their glasses and see what they're seeing, because I'm not seeing it.
What's up, Suns Geek?